Y'all, my little bifocals are broken on this side. When I turned the camera on just now, I was like, I don't care. Judge your mama. I'm gonna be able to see over here. As long as I don't look too far to the right. Anyway, I was having this thought. I had a memory that hit, so here we are. The other day I was doing my nighttime, facial cleansing routine, all that, and got to my under eye cream moisturizer situation, and it said BYOMA. I don't know if that's pronounced Bioma, Bioma, I have no idea. But it made me think because I used to call my birth mom Yoma. I met her, I was probably about 37 when we met, and her name was Yolanda. She just passed away not too long ago. Her name was Yolanda, and I felt weird about calling her my mom, like calling her mom, because that wasn't our relationship, and I didn't want to disrespect my actual mom. But also, black folk, we don't be calling adults by their first name, so I didn't want to be like Yolanda. That felt weird either. So my little, whatever mixture was my way of honoring her. I called her Yoma. And so the other day when I was putting on my little eye cream, I saw Biema. And I immediately flashed back to how many times as a kid I would stare in the mirror just trying to figure out where I got what from, which parent I got what attribute from. When I met my birth family, I think I was like 37, 38. I was 38 because Yaya was about 2. And I saw that I have my father's coloring. But his height, Lord, he might be about 2'4". He's a wee little man. My mom and I, my birth mom and I, look exactly alike, but with just different complexions. She was a gorgeous, like, deep chocolate thing. But I recalled how often I would stare in the mirror as a kid and try to figure out where what attribute came from, who I got, which side I got whatever from. And so the other night when I was putting on my eye cream, I was like, oh my God, it really was funny on my like this. I was having a whole moment. And this is what I want to tell you. I understand how hard it can be to, as Jesse Jackson would say, back in the 80s, keep hope alive. Sometimes we guard our heart because our current reality is way too painful. And that was the case with me. It was very painful to me, knowing that I had been given away. It just hurt me several times over the course of my life. And it just stayed as a hurt. Honestly, it was an open sore. But when I was 13, I found out that I had a sister, an older sister, and that we shared both parents. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to meet her. I gotta meet her. And eventually I did, and I got to know my birth mom, and it was such a God surprise. And so I want to tell you, you may be in a situation where it's easier and necessary to put up some type of a wall of protection around your heart. I understand. I really do. But I want to encourage you to keep just a slight little space for God's surprises. Excuse me, because out of nowhere, you really could be about to get the biggest blessing of your life. My sister and I are like this. And my daughter got to know her birth grandmother, my birth mom, very, very well. She called her Nana Yoma. And it was a gift to have that situation. And now I've got my sister for the rest of our lives. I ain't going nowhere. And I ended up discovering that I had a half brother. My birth father had a son. It was just a huge blessing. So I understand. Guard your heart. Be protective when you need to be. But also, remember that beautiful surprises happen every day, and you might just be about to stumble upon a blessing and a surprise that your heart never saw coming. You can have your own